My name's Danny Diliberto, founder of Ladles of Love. It was founded back in 2014. Communities we work with are all over the peninsula, and we're working with 138 beneficiaries now. We've grown exponentially. We've been able to do that because of all the kindness that we have experienced from individuals and corporates such as Interbet, who just want to be part of the change.
Well, we're on to the lucky last, race number 10, and it's thanks to Graham Hawkins. He's managed to figure it out. It's the LHKIR in December Mgeni handicap, which is?
The Longines Hong Kong International Race Meeting in December, Mgeni handicap over 1,000 meters.
And I've attended it as well. It's a fantastic race meeting in December, and this is over 1,000 meters. And we'll bring up the field. And what do we have here, Graham? Do we have any reruns? And yep, we do have interviews. Glenn Cotson and Stuart Ferry.
Yeah, she's been a little filly that we battled to find the right races for. I think this is the right race for her. She's cracked the draw, and she's working really nicely. And she's also, this is going to be her swan song, and she's going to be off to stud at the end of the season as well. She'll be going to Paddleback stud. They're collecting a lovely band of brood mares, and they're all bold black type mares, so it's going to be a stud for the future.
Yeah, he's a bit opposite to Glad. He'll be, no secrets there. He'll jump and go, and hopefully, if he won a really good race last time, if he can hold on, we'll be very happy. 55, it's a nice weight. So, listen, it's everyone knows him. His speed is his asset, and we'll be using that.
Well, it was a certain chocolate soldier that got a few out of, that if you were in trouble. Some may say I was front and I got even forward with Chocolate Soldier. But for those of us that were on the back foot, it was nice to see Chocolate Soldier, win the last on Hollywoodbets Durbanville July Day. And Graham saying not me. It wasn't me. Well, it managed. Graham, how was that result?
12-1 Black Egret.
Oh, no.
12-1 Black Egret. Sorry. It started 3-1. I got 12-1.
Yeah.
So obviously it was a great result for you, a very frustrating result for me, but that's all in the history books, Steve.
Well, that's it. You can see. Go to number 10, Black Egret, and you'll see there was support for the horse. Some serious money came, but not to be second to Chocolate Soul. That's history now. Graham, can Pistol Pete do a Chocolate Soldier in race number 10, or you think possibly thrown in the deep end without a life jacket, or take your chance, 52 on your back, let your speed show from the get-go and make them catch you if you can, or is it a bridge too far?
I think he's thrown in the deep end, but he's got a life jacket. I don't think he's without a life jacket. He's an interesting runner. They're putting the money down. What is interesting for me here is the speed. We just heard from Stuart Ferry. So we know Lunacam is going to go out and do what Lunacam does. And that's the way Pistol Pete runs. And that's the way Dreamland runs. Dreamland in pole position, Pistol Pete drawn in gate 5, Lunacam drawn in gate 9. So this race, you could argue, despite the headwind that is predicted and the one that we keep referring to, which should suit front runners, if they go that quickly, it could set up for a swooper if they go that fast. So I don't know who's going to be in front at the top of the lane. I'm sure that Tony Peter would love Pistol Pete to be in front. Stuart Ferry is confident that Lunacam is going to be quicker than everything else. And Richard Free, even though he's gate 1, might take the view that I'm in gate 1, but I'm not going to try and match strides with those two. I'm going to sit in their slipstream. And that should set up for a terrific finish. Pistol Pete, being a 2-year-old in a listed handicap, including older horses, is a very interesting runner. It's not an easy race because there is always a potential for an upset. Underworld, there's a bit of money for, which surprises me. He has won over 1,000 meters, but I would have thought these days he prefers slightly further. King of the Gauls, as we know, is also very quick, but got the worst of the draw to overcome. It is a complicated race. Triple Effect is in a good space, as we heard, could upset them, and she has done before. This is her swan song, as we heard. But Dreamland, Pistol Pete, Lunacam, that is where the pace comes from. I fancy that Richard Ferry is going to let the other two go and not try and get involved in a duel with them, because they are that quick early. Pistol Pete, we know, is a flying machine coming out of the gates. He's at his very best over 1,000 meters. That was a good win over Bjorn Ironside last time because it was over the 1160, and he's better over 1,000 meters. bottom weight 52. But it's worth noting that even though he's got bottom weight, he's slightly out as far as official weight for age is concerned. So Lunacam, the 5-year-old, is quite well treated, but Black Egret, a runner again of 52.5, because he'll be one of those potential swoopers. But I'm certainly not as confident for this race as I was, albeit my confidence was misplaced as you keep rubbing it in. I thought 12 to 1 was just a crazy price about Black Egret last time out. So it's going to be an interesting race. I'm not really confident on anything. I'm going to play it wide.
Okay, you heard it from Graham. There is, a quartet to catch in this race. I promise you, you get this quartet with a minimum spend, you're going to get some good cash. Graham looks at it a bit tricky. He's giving you some numbers to play around. I'm not going to, please don't get me wrong, there are some seriously good older horses here. And there's even a filly in the race called Baltic Secret, and she's good. She's actually good over 1,000 meters from the Justin Snaith stable. And there's also Ripple Effect in the race, a filly. So there's some seriously good horses, tried and tested over the ground, proven in their divisions. And then you've got an up-and-coming youngster that wants to say stomach in, chest out, and that is Pistol Pete. Can he raise his game to this level? Well, it is towards the end of the season. We know that whilst it says he's 2, well, he's nearly turned 3, and we'll see how he goes. 52 kgs on his back. Personally, I think he could be very cleverly placed by Tony Peter to end things off on a high. Graham, that is a wrap. I like Pistol Pete. You're playing it a bit wider than that, but I think before we say goodbye in race number 10, it promises to be one of the race meetings that we will remember, regardless of the results, for a long time to come.
It's a wonderful climax to Champion Season 2024. If you can't get excited about this race meeting, then I don't know, because we've got so much to look forward to. Some really interesting, intriguing handicaps, some very competitive 2-year-olds. You know, there are the 2 Group 2s for 2-year-olds, there are the 2 Group 1s for 2-year-olds, and as we've seen, Pistol Pete, a 2-year-old taking on older horses in the last. So there's a huge amount of interest. There's a lot at stake. I think that Sean Terry has a mountain to climb to try and close down Justin Snaith. He needs to just about win everything. As I say, Justin Snaith had a very good day at Fairview, just putting another 300,000 on top of what he's already earned. But there's so many other crowns up for grabs. The sprinter, Lucky Lad, See It Again, needs to win, Dave the King. So many in the mix for Equus Awards honours. And the Equus Awards this year, for the first time in many years, happening in Cape Town and takes place on Thursday, the 15th of August.
Well, Graham says there's lots to play for. Lots to play for you, the valued racing fan, because it's Whirlpool. Things are commingled with racing jurisdictions from around the globe. And there's sweetness to the Pick 6 and the main race quartet carryover. For Graham Hawkins, for Gallop TV and myself, D's down and have a blast. Find all the winners, and hopefully it turns out to be the day you remember, the day of your dreams, on this Sunday at Hollywoodbets Greyville. Until we meet again, you take care. Salani Gashle.
My name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle, and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.